Today, I'm going to show you why house sitting is one of the best ways to see the world while saving money. It has been a complete game changer for me, and I hope to show you the ways it can change the game for you too. Hi, my name is Nicole. Welcome to my channel, Travel to Money. It was way back in 2014 when I first read a blog about the concept of house sitting tied with travel. Of course, I had looked after dogs and cats for friends before, but it was always something local, either something I was paid to do or something I was doing as a favor for good friends or family. But in this blog I read, the young woman had been traveling the world for a couple of years and she was able to live off of as little as $14,000 per year because house sitting took away her largest expense, which is housing. Now, obviously, we're talking about someone who was doing this full time. I'm not suggesting that you only look at house sitting if you are wanting to travel full time. There are a lot of ways this could help you travel on a budget, regardless of if you're just using it for the occasional vacation, weekend getaways, or yes, even if you do want to consider full time travel. House sitting can be good for all of that. Before I get too far into this video, I want to tell you that my favorite house sitting site, that is the only site I've used for the last 8 years, reached out to me recently because they want to give my followers a 25% discount on their paid plans. This is the biggest discount that they offer. I couldn't believe it. Now, you can sign up for an account for free, so do that just to poke around. But if you decide to make house sitting part of your travel future, you may want to look at the paid plan options, and that discount will really help. So, to get the discount, use the link in my description and then put in the discount code that I've provided right below the link. That link is an affiliate link, which means I get a commission if you sign up, but I only affiliate with companies that I know and love. So, trust me, this is the real deal. And this is a way that you can help me keep my helpful content free without costing you anything extra. Okay, now let me explain some of my favorite things about house sitting. First of all, some of the homes I've stayed in would flat out make your jaw drop. And I'm a budget traveler, so I've stayed in hostels, hotels, Airbnbs, I've couch surfed, done work exchanges, and more. But out of all the budget options for travel, house sitting is by far the most luxurious. Sometimes it's even more luxurious than luxury travel options. You get to stay in beautiful homes for free. Now, of course, the exchange is usually looking after fur babies like cats and dogs, so in most cases, this needs to be something for the traveler who loves animals. Yes, there are some house sitting opportunities that are based around some other form of home care, like gardening, but those aren't quite as common. But with all the animal lovers out there, who wouldn't want to spend some time with a furry companion? That's why this is the next thing that I love. I particularly think this can be helpful for those who solo travel and may really enjoy that company. Although most house sits are for cats and dogs, you will find many unique animal opportunities if you love animals like horses, chickens, iguanas, snakes, and more. Now, the third and final thing that I love about house sitting is that it makes travel affordable, like really affordable. Now, if you're doing short house sits and hopping around all the time, having to pay for flights or other forms of transportation, that might not be the most affordable way to travel. But if you look for longer stays, that can really keep your costs down. Okay, now that we've covered my favorite things about house sitting, how exactly do you get started? Well, of course, you can always start with friends and family if you want to. It can be a great way to get a few references. There are a few sites out there that offer house sitting opportunities, but I haven't found one better than the one I mentioned before that I've used for 8 years. You can find all of that info in the description of this video. Using a site like this one will give you access to thousands of house sitting opportunities around the world. I have found that there is a strong concentration in the US, Canada, the UK, Australia, all over Europe, and Mexico, and a smaller concentration available throughout other parts of the world. There are even house sits in places like Hawaii. In about a week, I'm heading to a house sit in Oakland, California to stay in a beautiful home that overlooks the San Francisco Bay for free. Like, you can stay in places that would traditionally be so expensive otherwise. Some of the best house sits can get competitive, so how do you make yourself stand out in a crowd? Well, you start by making an awesome profile. What's the first thing you see on a profile? A photo. So make sure you have good photos, not just of yourself and of your partner if you're traveling with someone, but also of you with animals. The next thing you want to have is a well written profile. If you're not great at writing, have a friend or family member who is help you. I wouldn't just list the reasons why you would be a great house sitter, but use your profile to really tell them about yourself in general. What do you do for work? What are your hobbies? Do you have any pets of your own? Where are you from? Why do you like to travel? Really take your time and do this right. Once you sign up for a paid plan on the site I mentioned, no matter your level of membership, you receive a free background check. I think this is a great and important way to verify yourself for potential house sits. And of course, after your background check is complete, your profile says so. You can also request references from friends and family who you have house sit for previously, even if they don't use the platform. It won't look the same as an official review from someone on the platform, but it's a great place to start in giving peace of mind to a potential pet parent. I even had one couple who I had house sat for create a video reference for me. I figured that was a great, genuine way to show that I wasn't just asking random friends for references. Of course, I picked a couple who I knew would do a great job on camera. That might not be for everyone, but if you've got the right people for it, take advantage of the situation. Okay, now that you have a good profile set up, you can start applying for house sit opportunities. The very first house sit I did through this platform was in my local area, and this was on purpose. I wanted to try it out before I tried this while traveling. I find that it's more comforting for homeowners usually to know that they will have someone local, not having to worry about travel arrangements. I've done a few local sits and they all went really well. There was one time when I applied for a local sit and the woman was so rude to me, it was unreal. She went off basically questioning my character, like, why would anyone want to do a local house sit? I called her on it for being so rude. I told her that is not the spirit of this platform. That is the only time I've ever had a truly negative experience, but rude people are out there no matter where you are, I guess. You just have to put them in their place and choose a kind response even when they don't deserve it. The next thing you can do to try to win your first house sit is looking for last minute opportunities. The listings will say if it is last minute, and homeowners may have a harder time finding someone with a last minute sit. So, this can be a good way to get started so that you're earning great reviews. Of course, the next thing you can do is to actually be a great house sitter, which will get you 5-star reviews and make it easier to get other sits in the future. Now, all of this doesn't mean you should just accept any house sit. I think it's important to have your own standards and look for owners who communicate well and who set good expectations. One time, I had an owner comment in a review a whole lot of great things about me, but she said she was disappointed that I didn't send her more pictures of her animals. That bummed me out because she never told me that she wanted pictures. I would have loved to have sent her photos. So it's all about setting clear expectations, and you can usually tell by an owner's profile if they have set those expectations clearly. Some homeowners may want to meet you either in person if you are local or via video chat in advance, which makes a lot of sense. One time I had a homeowner conducting multiple interviews to see who was going to be the best fit for them, and I personally think that's a great idea. When I did a video chat recently with the homeowner for the sit I'm about to do in California, he was so awesome and even gave me a tour of their house via video, so I knew what it would be like. Now, I mentioned that there are various paid plans through the site I use. You can start with the basic profile, which allows you to apply for unlimited sits worldwide and also provides a background check. The level up from that also includes free video calls and online chat with vets when you're pet sitting. It will give you instant alerts if you have a saved search for homes in a certain area, and it also includes accident and third party liability insurance. The next tier up from that, which is the highest tier, includes a cancellation plan. So if the homeowner cancels at the last minute, they will give you up to $150 per day to cover alternative accommodations, up to $1,500 per sit, and up to 30 total days per year. I honestly think that's fantastic, especially if you are going to be doing this on a more frequent basis. The other thing that includes is 2 global airport lounge passes, so that's a nice little perk, I guess. Anyway, like I said, you don't need any of that to get started. You can sign up for free so that you get on your way to house sitting around the world. I sure hope this has inspired you to consider house sitting, or even if it just helps you to realize that there are so many ways to travel the world on a budget. I think that's a win. Do me a favor, like this video, and subscribe to join me every day where travel and adventure build financial freedom. I can't wait to see where your dreams will take you.